I am happy with that. I believe if things are done rightly, the defeating of President Tinubu in 2027 will not be that much of an uphill task. But
so guys, a northern elder who is also a leader of the new coalition that is being formed against the Tinubu's government has come out to say that it will be easy to remove Tinubu provided they play their cards very well. I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video, but before then, I want to bring to you the update on the very dark man who went to Anambra State to go listen to the cry of traders whose shops have been closed by NAFDAC under the Tinubu's government. We know that, NAFDAC said there were people selling fake drugs in that market, and they ended up shutting down so many other shops who have come out to say they have nothing to do with, all those bad drugs. And now NAFDAC is asking them to pay between 500 to 700,000 naira per person for them to get their shop reopened. Now the very dark man is saying that he's going to fight this case to the end. I'm going to allow you to take a look at that video. Also, Alex Otti, the man of the people, is being celebrated. Just 2 years alone, the results are speaking for themselves. I mean, what Alex Otti has achieved, no wonder he told the people that, see, I didn't come for your money. I came to make your money work for you. So guys, we are living in a time when Tinubu came out to say that a one-party system is not bad. It's not a bad thing. And Ganduje said, after all, China is practicing one-party system. The question remains, can Ganduje allow Nigeria to also execute corrupt politicians like China is doing? Can Ganduje also approve that people like Alex Otti can also stay for life as governor like we have in China? So if we want to emulate China, let's go ahead and emulate China. So guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at all this, and you are going to be watching this northern elder speak on how the strategy to remove Tinubu is going to be so simple because of their poor performances. Take your time, watch this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
Authoritatively, that this governor, Alex Otti, have done so well for himself and for Abians. The man has totally reformed Abia State. In fact, people like us never knew that indeed we can find good things like this in Abia because it's been so sorrowful for people like us that understands that states needs to develop and be able to at least showcase what the governance is giving out for the state. So it's been tough for us, having gone through all these decades of governors. This is the only man who has come out with his mind to employ governance in the state, thereby affecting every sector, making sure that jobs are done as at when due and what is needed to be done. I am not in the same party with him, but have gone around Abia State to see indeed what this man has done. In fact, I readily call him Chairman Abia. He has done so well for other people.
Now, one of the campaign promises that Governor Alex Otti gave or made when he was coming into office is that he was going to revitalize the economy. Now, what tangible progress has been made, especially in boosting the state's economy?
Oh, he's doing a lot in terms of economy. Like, for instance, he just mentioned in the next month, month and a half, he promised the Abians that he's going to bring free transportation system into the state. And the man has already started working on that, and he has already given his words that this is going to be feasible in the state within 30 days or maybe 45 days. From the day of the announcement, which was about a few days ago. And you can see that this man is going outside the box to make things happen for the people of Abia. Look at, he just commissioned a project which the former president came to Abia to commission. He has been doing series of things that I can't even mention here. So much. This is a man that has transformed Abia completely. Look at Abba. Abba was an eyesore before. Today, you drive into Abba, it looks like you're driving in Dubai. That is exactly what we see. So, I mean, I should give this man accolades because he's doing what God has sent him to do in Abia State. And I haven't seen anybody in the past history who has been able or who can match or can compete with what this man has done so far within his years that he has just put in.
All right, Dr. Kalu, Governor Otti's background as an economist, a banker, and investor, how has it shaped his approach to governance in Abia, especially when it comes to finance and expenditure, you think?
Oh, well, that may have contributed immensely to his success because, number one, he's a man that understands how to spend dollar for an item. So he knows it all. That is his specialty. His expertise speaks about it. So this is why I think he has done so well in all the sectors of the economy, in everything that he's doing in Abia State, investing in people's life also. So the man has done well. And this is because he has this background already imbibed in him. So that has shaped everything that he's doing to make sure that indeed the people of Abia see the good governance. And the good governance we are seeing now. Like, for instance, me, I'm from Abia North. It's been a while, before we see a lot of stuff that has been going on in our zone. But in his administration, we saw a lot of roads being opened up in Abia North. We thank him, Governor Alex Otti. You have done well, from Abia.
Well, specifically, we'd like you to talk about what major boost he has given small and medium enterprises, that's SMEs in the state, especially we saw the video that I just played where he was giving free fuel to, cyclists, that's tricyclists. What exactly are the major moves or the, initiatives that he has put in place for small and medium-scale enterprises in the state?
Oh, well, just like you just rightly said, giving fuel to the cyclists, of course, you know that the cyclists in the state, they are one of the biggest small, medium business that propels and does almost everything in the state, in the whole country, per se, not just at the state. But, helping them out with the free fueling is actually a boost, a major boost for that industry, because it is also going to propel them, to the next level. And however, the other businesses, as the state government have announced, if you have a legitimate business that wants to partner with the state, you come in and bring in what you have, then the state will structure a way to assist and be able to partner with you, and then you can make money. So the state has been doing that. This is a major boost for private businesses in the state. So he has been doing whatever it takes to make sure that everybody is carried along, that businesses are carried along, that economy boosts in the state, and things happen as it's supposed to happen, so that people will continue to receive and then see the dividends of democracy in the state. In fact, I can 100% tell you that this is in line to become the best governor in the whole country.
Such optimism from Dr. Kalu there. Anyway, let's talk about the Southeast Development, Development Commission, rather. That's the SEDC, which has been officially, on ground now, courtesy of the current federal government after years of agitation, as it were. So, how can Abia leverage on the SEDC and, of course, the region, the Southeast region at large as well?
Oh, well, Abia is going to, leverage and then gain from it. Having known that this legislation was proffered at the House of Rep by the Deputy Speaker, who is also from Abia State. So this is going to strive and is going to also help people to understand that, have the sense of belonging in the state. Of course, it is an agency that is being opened up to, for collectively letting people believe that indeed they all, belong in one country, just like they have NDDC. So the concept of this is to carry all the people along, after the Civil War, so that people will begin to understand that indeed we are in the same place. I mean, I give them kudos for this. This is good. This is absolutely correct. And it's going to do what it's supposed to do.
Before we let you go, we know you've been singing and showering encomiums on Governor Alex Otti. But, you know, we have it on record that is the former administration, or rather his administration, inherited approximately 17.6 billion naira in salary areas. Tell us how the current administration of Governor Alex Otti is paying these areas and also ensuring that he also doesn't leave some debt in office before his tenure ends.
Well, Alex is a cultured human being. And as you can see, he doesn't just do things because he wants to do it. He do things that is necessitating things in the state. And he is not trying to. There is no, of course, there's no government that does not, get loans. But our problem in Nigeria is that people get loans against, needs. But when you get loans for things that is right for those loans, then it becomes a different ballgame. And those loans will assist to improve people's life. That is what Alex is doing. And you can see that even pensioners were all paid off. Pensioners were all paid off in Abia State, which is a great and a major boost for the state. And this has not happened in how many decades in Abia State, but it just happened in his watch. So that tells you that indeed the man is micromanaging what he has as a governor just to make sure that this trickles down to good governance, which is exactly what he promised the Abia people, and transparency also.
All right, so NAFDAC, now me I will not get this week. You understand? As soon as I don't start to want the turn thief for the country, as you people have turned extortionists, taking advantage of Nigerians for your personal and selfish gains, when I not go rest this period. Now I notice you have locked your comment section. That is a public page. NAFDAC, the Nigerian page. Open it. Well-meaning Nigerians want to ask you people what happened. I smell guilt. Like say, I'm not guilty of what they happen. Now I have a lot of questions and I will table it now. Do you understand? You people say that the main reason, according to what you told them, that the reason why you locked all the shops in Obogu is because they were selling fake drugs, fake medications. That's why you shut down the market with over 5,000 shops. After a few months, you came back again. You are now telling them to pay 700,000 naira to open those shops. If they pay you 700,000, remember you claim that these are fake drugs. Is that an automatic license that they can now start selling fake drugs to Nigerians? That can lead to the buying of Nigerians because you claim it is fake drugs. Saying you want to collect 700,000 naira per shop to open the shops that you claim that they sell fake drugs. So are you giving an automatic license to fake drug sellers to sell fake drugs to Nigeria in exchange of 700,000? That's the question. Do you understand? Number two, you cannot tell me that over 500,000 shops, they sell fake drugs. Again, where are the people that you caught? The suspects, have they been prosecuted? What is going on? Or the people that you caught, have their sins been forgiven because they paid you 700,000? Show now they see you alive. Show now they see the country where we do so. And to the governor of Anambra State, Mr. Charles Soludo, can you see what is happening in your backyard? See the way NAFDAC won't extort people. Now, the craziest part of all of this is that a lot of products that were locked up in that place for the past 2 months that NAFDAC shut down the market, some of them would have expired. A lot of those traders now, a lot of those sellers of all those medications, they don't lose money with that. They will lose a lot. So who's going to pay for those damages? Do you understand? Who is going to pay for those damages? One woman even sent me a DM that during when that thing was happening, it was God that saved her, that she was pregnant. There was no place to buy drugs because that market was locked up. So imagine the people where go don't buy as a result of that short period where that market they lock. You see the country where we did because of their selfish interest. Because they want to store. Do you know how crazy this is? NAFDAC. You have a lot of questions to answer. NAFDAC. Now somebody say, I see one comment. The comment say, say those people they sell fake drugs and then they buy Nigerians. That is not the bone of contention here. It's the fact that NAFDAC wants to collect 700. If just in case your claim is correct, is it okay for NAFDAC to still collect 700,000 naira for per head and still let the people you claim that they are killers to open shops? Do you understand? It's the extortion that is the problem, the criminality that is the problem, the abuse of power, the abuse of influence that's the problem. And who are the escorts of the market? This Obogo market, this medical market, who be the escorts? Why the people say the escorts say they in on this? You come here as if they are chairman them, they are guard them for the market. You sure say we are not back collect anything. Because this kind of thing happen, all of na quiet, nobody know. Until one person say, oh, VDM, this thing they try press them down. When we try to even protest, they went to go and do a press release that nothing is happening. You see the country where we did. So now that me I will get this week. We go take for this matter where we go take una go court. Everybody, all of us go to march go that court. At that time. There's no time for injustice in this country, and this one is a very big injustice. So NAFDAC, what is the 700,000 naira for? And I heard that you people have collected from over 1,000 shops already. That is about 700 million naira now don't fly. See the country where we did. But you're going to learn on this one, and you will learn the hard way. If you have not paid in that market or Bobo market, please do not pay. We go drag this matter go court. Do not pay any money to these people. They should give Nigerians the reason why they are collecting that money. Or they should prosecute all the people. Everybody that is selling fake drugs, we want to see them, line them up and prosecute them. Anything outside that, it is extortion. Thieves, criminals, parading under government bodies. That's what you people are. You're going to learn. And you will learn the hard way. Don't play.
Alright, so this is my first time in Anambra State. I've never been here before. And a very important thing brought me here. Now what brought me here is the extortion and what I call stealing from NAFDAC. And I want to call them out so that they will stop. Because what you people are doing here is evil and a very big extortion. And from this video here, we will put up on a must stop. There's no two ways about it. Now, what happened in this market? This is the biggest drug market in Nigeria, am I right?
Yeah. In West Africa, sir.
In West Africa?
Yeah.
Right. Now, what happened? NAFDAC came here in February to shut it down.
February 8th.
February 8th to shut it down. This market has over 5,000 shops.
Yes.
Right, listen. Over 5,000 shops. They locked it because they claim that they found fake products. Right. Now, after 2-3 months, the people said, please, it is not all of us that you found fake products with. You understand? Not all of us carry fake products. Why would you now lock all the shops? Which also does not make sense. But at the end of the day, these people stayed about 2 months. 2 months, 4 months, 3 months. Boys down, they spent over 2 months in their houses. Nothing to do, the market was locked. 3 good months. Eventually, NAFDAC came. NAFDAC came and said, okay, you are going to pay 500,000 if you want us to open your shop. After 500, they moved it to 700.
After 2 weeks,
they moved me ready again to pass you. Calm down. Now, they came and said, pay 500,000 and we'll open your shop for you. Now, this is the first question. NAFDAC, for you people to say they should pay 500,000, does that mean you are giving them a guarantee to go and produce more fake drugs? That's the first question. If truly they carry fake drugs, where are the people that you caught? Yes. Are you not supposed to prosecute them? Why the people that are selling the original drug continue their business? Yes. So you shut down a big market like this that supplies drugs for Nigerians that are sick in the hospitals for your selfish interest and for stealing, because this is stealing. Now, as I speak to you now, a lot of shops are locked, and I'll take you around the market. Yes, sir. because you have to pay 700,000.
Example, this
Now
one.
this is a receipt of one person, and a lot of them here also have receipt of what they have paid. And if you don't pay, you cannot enter the market or you cannot use your shop.
Yes.
My problem now is this. Why I came to this market is this. I came to this market today not because of the 700,000, but because I know that if you let them collect this one now, they will come back again after 2 years to close this market and sit down this to pay 700,000. And that is stealing. NAFDAC, you can't do this. The only way you will do this, I will engineer these people to sue you people now.
Yes.
They'll bring their representative, they'll take you to court.
Yes.
You provide the people that sold fake drugs, you prosecute them, and this extortion of collecting 700,000 will not work.
Yes.
The mistake you made, wait. The mistake, I will blame all of you in this market. They said, bro, I will blow you.
Yo, shut the fuck up!
The mistake these people made, I had over 1,000 people have paid. Now, if you calculate 700,000 times 1,000, you know what will be that?
Zero.
Wait.
What is billion?
Wait.
Your phone cannot calculate itself.
Wait. Now, all these people now don't pay. That's the fuck up they do. Because when you pay, you give them more money. If the someone understand on the ground, when I carry lawyers, when I don't pay, this injustice will not happen. Because this is injustice. And this is stealing. Now, we'll go around the market. Like I said, this is one receipt. Everybody here will open their shop, get their receipts. And 700,000 that they pay. Why? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I am receiving this. Yes. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now you see the problem I have. I don't like to play tribal card, but I'll play it now. What is the tribal card? For not when I stay, there are killings allegedly by the headsmen. You never ever go wrong when they say cow. This was the sell drugs. I believe, yes, me self agree. Say there's no way you will not see people that sell fake drugs. But it will not be all of them that sell fake drugs. Do you understand? So I'm calling on the authorities and I'm calling on NAFDAC. Open their shops for them. Else, there'll be a protest that will break all the doors. Will break all the keys. We'll give you time. All the people don't pay, no problem. But the many people cannot pay. If not, we go do the protest around you, Anambra. This is my first time in Anambra. I'm supposed to have to wait. We'll give you 2 days. If you don't open it in 2 days, listen to me, nobody should pay again. Wait. We will not come back now. If they go arrest everybody, all of us will not say. That's the end. Now let's go around the shop. Let's see. Now come here.
Nigerians, be careful, na express una dey go. Nigerians, make una kuku be careful, na express una dey go. Nigerians, una don see am o. Nigeria is officially a one-party state. Akwa Ibom State Governor don tell in aides and appointees, decamp to APC or resign. Yesterday, una watch for video as they hold their APC meeting. Senate President, lead speaker, and other lawmakers, they say they don't adopt the president as the only candidate for APC. And in fact, they won't make him the only candidate for the country, Nigeria. Nigerians 2027. APC, why are you running? APC, why are you running when nobody is pursuing you? Now APC be the only ruling party where they operate as opposition party. Imagine make party come in 2023, they vote you. By 2024, you begin campaign for re-election of 2027. The renewed hope where you talk say you carry come, you no finish amo, you are talking of another 4 years in 2027. Everywhere you go for Abuja na billboard, P-BAT, door to door, P-President, this, door to this. Why those billboard and posters no they carry the works and projects where the president and government they don't do? Why they no they carry the pictures of the projects where they commission? APC they panic mood. APC stop running, nobody they pursue you. If truly he shot for una say, okay, you don't work, he has done well, he has done a difficult job very well, he has done it. Why you not want to do free and fair election? Why do you not want to do electoral reforms so that Nigerians go reward you with the second term? All this wuru krukere movement where una dey waka, is it because you have confidence? Say, under one man, one vote, you will come back in 2027, or your hope is in a criminal electoral process and a corrupt judiciary? Nigerians, it's up to you now. Everybody, they look in real time. They don't destroy opposition parties. Almost no party is viable for anybody to run. So APC is the only platform. That is why everybody, movement. One party states capture activated. The one where we're supposed to fit register new political party, it has become almost impossible. Why? Because of that same criminal INEC where they talk. You see this INEC where they talk so. You see this INEC. If we not fix them before 2027, now express when they go, Nigerians, you they watch in real time. They coming together of the destroyers of our lives and destinies. They coming together of the people who are destroying the country. So when will we, the more than 200 million victims of this destruction, come together and also say enough? Abi na only politicians sabi come together to destroy our own life, and we go they watch them, we go they look them. Oh, they do. Nigerians, una they complain, food no day, hunger, insecurity. The people where you they complain about don't perfect plan to come back 2027. So we are ready for another 4 years of lamentations and talk. This INEC why they talk so when I think say I decrease. We go our advocacy visit for National Assembly. Who won't come? Come. If you no want come, no come. Today is day 15 of our 30 days countdown. We go do our best. But you see this INEC, if we not talk and fix them, na express na we they go. Nigeria shine your eye, not be say you go say you no know. Because waiting they happen, no they know they pretend. You see the senator where talk say when they come down for plane, you know when they see those old houses. If you not do anything with this INEC, for your own eye, he will become Senate president in this country. Shebi one senator been lead people go stiff mace for National Assembly 2018. By 2019, they vote him as deputy Senate president. Anything can happen. There's no consequence. There's no accountability. Nigerians, you are your only messiah. You better decide, make we help our lives. Join this fight for electoral reform to fix INEC. If not, na express we they go. Nigerians, be careful. Na express when they enter. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Echo one party state.
We have to operate on an even platform, guided by the law, guided by the rules. If we will play by the rules, then we have no problem in removing President Tinubu. But it is the act of playing outside the rules that is our problem, and it is a problem of the nation. So politically, I don't have any problem with that. With what we have, the only problem is the operating of extra-constitutional oppression, and that is not good for the system.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see how it evolves. But from the point of view of the League of Northern Democrats, you want the opposition coalition to metamorphose into a new party rather than fusing into an already existing smaller party. Is that what's the argument for that?
Yes, okay. We propose to have, it is best for us to have a registered political party, newly registered, where all members, all groups, all platforms, all political parties also will now have space to operate in. And it rather starts the fight from now. Start the campaign from now. You test the institution like INEC. You test the institution like the judiciary. and see what role they will play, in the transitional politics. So, but joining another political party, I have talked with so many, people, including some members of the LND and even its leadership, that people who are in the bigger political parties, the well-established political parties, with governors with this and that, and those, that is PDP and APC, they may feel, many of them do feel actually, that how can we go into a smaller political party? The only groups that will go into a smaller political parties, are those who have their support for the key gladiators. But there are thousands and thousands of independent party men with their aspirations, with their ambitions, wanting to have a political space to express them. They will feel constrained, in such an arrangement. And that is why we met. And then you need to.
And did you make that argument?
Of course, we made all this argument. As we submitted our report in our committee, those who say we want new registration.
Right. But of course, there are other arguments and positions that support the coalition moving into a smaller party, such as the ADC or the SDP. So for the moment, would it be...
What are those arguments?
Well, I mean, they're innumerable. I don't have to adduce their own arguments.
So because
the point they made, I mean, we had the chairman of the ADC here yesterday, Ralph Nwosu, and the argument that he made was that it was better, given the shortage of time.
There's no shortage of time.
Well, let me make the point. Given the shortage of time to the next election, and I don't speak for him, I'm simply adducing the point that he made, that given the shortage of time, and given the fact that you're going to have to register it, come up with this, that, and the other thing, and so on, that there is, it makes more sense for there to be a platform that's already in existence. And in fact, I would ask you what the argument is, because you were at the meeting. I wasn't at the meeting, and I was going to ask you. I mean, you made your own arguments. What argument did they make?
They narrated a story, but they did not justify. One justification for that.
Well, to you, they did.
To me, and I raised it there. I raised it in the meeting. I said I listened attentively to what they said. But so I don't want to go into that. Actually, what we believe in is that we need a functional coalition that must have to face the leadership and
of course, you could argue that, I mean, to be fair, your proposal for a new party is still very much in the long grass at the moment, because I think they assigned committee members or something to go and assess.
The agreement is that they can take both. They can take both the joining, fusing into a party, and then registering a new election, which to me didn't make much sense.
Yeah, well, it does make sense. But I mean, I thought the point was that they had assigned portfolios to people to go and examine these things and then come back and report to the group.
No, the committees were set and they responded, they submitted their reports.
Right. So nothing agreed yet for a vehicle that will drive this opposition coalition.
I think what is agreed is that they are going to, both fuse into a smaller political party and at the same time register another political party.
Well,
I think this is what
how is that supposed to work?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not for me. I said let's just register a new political party. And the time factor that they are saying, what is the time? What does the law say? 90 days. Within 90 days, INEC can register us. And 6 months to the election day, we have enough time. In 2013, by this time, the application of APC was with INEC.
Yeah, but if you register a party and you get into that party, and then another group gets into the ADC or SDP or whatever, I mean, doesn't that kind of tessellates the unity that you're trying to, the alliance you're trying to forge?
It does.
From the outset, you're defeating yourself.
It does. That is why it does. That is why if my argument or our side of the argument of registering political party is not accepted, we are willing to, go into the coalition as it is, to fuse into it.
But I mean, the problem is that Nigerian politicians come across as just incredibly disputatious, don't they? I mean, there's always something that they're fighting over and arguing over. And those things can, except when they're in power, then there is a kind of a hierarchy where, oh my God, the president is everything. I mean, you see what I mean? Because he's got all the power.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of, gravitates towards him. But once that is not there, it just becomes, I mean, there's all these arguments and quarrels and, very disputatious. And that can be very, that can really break the back of what you're trying to achieve.
Because how can you achieve something in an atmosphere of lawlessness? How? Let us look at the lawlessness that are fundamental, that break the constitution of this country, and we are allowing it. For me, in the opposition, it's not actually really about what political platform. It's about fighting and ensuring that constitution is obeyed. I give you a simple example. Everybody sees it. The members of the legislature in Delta, they moved from their party to another political party against the clear provision of the Constitution, Section 68, 1G.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute because I wanted to ask you that question.
Yes.
So we're going to come to it in a second. So just hold your thought there.
Yes.
What I wanted to find out from you is how much are the PDP and the Labour Party officially involved in these opposition coalition negotiations? And I'm not talking about
I don't know.
I'm not talking about independent or rogue members of either party, but in their official capacity.
I don't know. I have not seen any official of PDP or so. I know that of PDP, many of them, but I don't know the officials of APC.
Because I mean, I'm not talking about APC. I said either PDP or Labour Party.
Or Labour. I don't know who are.
I mean, we're not expecting the APC to join you.
Okay, sorry, it's asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone. I don't know Labour. I don't know.
The reason I say that is that one of the arguments you made for registering a new political party is that people coming from the bigger opposition parties would not necessarily want to go into the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm wondering whether you saw any evidence of the presence of the PDP or Labour there, because if you don't have those parties, I mean, that's going to make you
not from the
a small party.
It's not from the executive.
Right.
But membership. All of them are members, including me, members of different political parties.
Right.
I belong to SDP. Some belong to Labour, some belong to ANPP, some belong to APC, some belong to PDP, some independent.
Right. But all of you are coming together to create
all of us are agreed that the country is sliding.
Right.
It's sliding into...
Right. So if you were to, I mean, you formed the coalition already. It's just a matter of the vehicle that you're going to use to challenge, because you have to do it through a political party.
Yes.
I mean, what does that mean? That you would not only now be challenging the APC, you're also challenging the PDP, Labour, and all the rest of them in an election?
Yeah. If we organize ourselves...
Does that make it more difficult?
No, not at all. Because you see, you ride on the mood of the nation. The people are not happy. Generally, people...
Yeah, but the PDP feels this, they make the same argument.
No,
the people are not happy. Labour makes the same argument.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it is the basis upon which, to change government. So all you need is just to get a good approach. Get a good approach and then use it and you change the government.
But if Labour and the PDP, who collectively, just those two groups, won over 13 million votes, I mean, if they're not in your coalition, I mean, it's not going to be easy for you, is it, to challenge President Tinubu?
The Labour leadership, the Labour person that has the 6 million votes is in the coalition. The PDP person that has the over 6 million votes,
that's Atiku, and
is in the coalition,
right,
and so many others.
Okay.
So if the two of them come together, the game is over. Right. From the calculation, that you are making.
Assuming that the vote was specifically for them as individuals.
Thank you. Because I'm taking from your argument.
Right.
Yeah.
And are you and those who want a brand new party in the coalition, from your assessment of that meeting yesterday, in the minority or the majority?
Oh, very much in the minority.
Right. So most other people just want to go into an existing
go into an existing political party,
right.
Yeah.
And you're happy to go with the flow if it came to
No, I'm
that.
not happy. Because
but you will accept
I will accept.
I mean, it'll be a case of having to accept.
Having to accept, certainly. Right. And then hoping that it will produce good.
Right. So do you expect to I mean, you don't expect that this position that you take and the position that the others take is going to lead to some kind of factional fighting within the coalition?
If I say to you that if the decision is taken,
right,
that we go to fuse, we will join with grudgingly whatever and praying and hoping and working hard to see that at least our initial thoughts are maybe after all wrong.
Right.
So that is it.
Okay.
So there will be no problem.
Right. Well, let's get to that point that you were making previously, and I apologize that I kind of moved on from there, but let's return to it. Beyond the role you're playing in this national opposition coalition, the League of Northern Democrats that you convened has also resolved to become a pressure group.
An association. We have not. We've been trying to maybe from our.
You haven't registered.
We've been trying to register. Yes, we just finishing the.
Yeah, but theoretically, you're a pressure group.
Yes, certainly.
And one of the things you aim to do is to mobilize Nigerians to join a civil resistance against the leadership of the National Assembly, with the aim of forcing them to declare the seats of all the legislators in Delta and Kebbi states who defected to the APC vacant. That's quite a big job you've set out for yourself.
Yeah, it's an aspiration, and we will canvass for it. Whether people are going to accept and do it is another thing. But unless it is done, we won't go anywhere. See, any game must have to have set rules. These rules guide them. If you don't play, by the rules, there is no game. So the rule is our constitution. The constitution says that if somebody in the legislature at the national level crosses, and the state too crosses from the sponsored political party to another political party, he, without a faction in the political party that sponsored him, he should vacate his seat. Subsection 2 says that the leadership of the respective house, whether it's Senate, the Senate President, or House of Representatives, or Speaker, House of Assembly, shall declare these seats vacant and communicate to INEC to conduct election. And in interpreting this provision of the Constitution, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, 7 justices of the Supreme Court, decided, led by, I think, Justice Musa Tijo, that this faction that the Constitution is saying shall take the entire gamut of the political party to the national level. It shall be to the national level. Now, is PDP having such a faction? The answer is no. PDP is not having such a faction. Then why did the Senate President and the Speaker House of Representatives and the other speakers of the House of Assemblies refuse to declare those seats vacant and uphold and protect and defend the provision of the Constitution, which they swore by God with their Bible, with their Quran in their hands to uphold? They didn't do that. So, and there is a clear interpretation of this. You want people to go to court again? Well, what would the court do? The only aspect that will resolve this thing is civil protest, civil resistance.
I was wondering whether it wouldn't be easier, perhaps more likely to achieve tangible results if you went in a specific case rather than relying
specific case to where? On court?
Yeah, well, there are people who defected from the PDP to the APC from Kebbi State, and the same thing with
No.
I mean,
please.
wouldn't it be easier rather than hitting the streets?
No, it is not at all.
Right.
From your accent, you know America very well. The civil rights movements in the United States were preceded by several, court cases. Some they throw away, some they give judgment, no implementation, nothing. So the blacks came on civil resistance, and civil resistance solved the problem fundamentally. Yes. Martin Luther King lost his life, but he's also the person that America is giving a public holiday as an individual. So I went to court 14 times on various aspects of constitutional abridgment. The courts didn't do much, not at all. So the only thing that is left is for us to come up with civil resistance. And let me tell you, that is how APC defeated PDP. The civil resistance on a policy, not even a constitutional issue, on a policy of subsidy, fuel subsidy. They went into a protest. If we can mobilize people, Nigerians, the opposition and go to the National Assembly and with all sort of placards implement the provision of the Constitution. Section 68 is dead. What happens to this? What? All sort of it, and say that we will not live here until the Senate President and the Speaker declare these seats vacant. I guarantee you, on the fifth day at the highest, they will do so, especially if the crowd keeps on increasing.
Yeah.
We need to halt this because it's the only way for us to play. By the
it's a last resort, is it?
It's a last resort
right.
to infuse constitutionalism in our system, so that look, if it is an issue of wit, strategy and so on, yeah, we do it on the field with the rules intact, so that you say who is Ronaldo, who is this, but you cannot take the ball with your right and then score it and then the referee will blow that it is a goal.
Yeah,
and this is what is happening in our politics.
Yeah.
And allowing it to continue is the biggest problem for this transitional politics.
Yeah, you have a point there. Let me move away from that as we await whatever action that you're going to take and whether or not you can actually mobilize the people. What's your reaction to the recent endorsement of President Tinubu as the sole presidential candidate for 2027? I mean, he was just at their conference that they held, and all the different groups within the APC came out and just said, look, you're the man.
I know. It reminds me of the transitional politics between 2011 to 2015, when I in fact took the president to court that he shouldn't, he was not eligible to contest.
That was Jonathan.
Jonathan then. Yeah. At that time, 21 governors, PDP governors, all of them endorsed, Jonathan. More than 10, about thousands of groups all over every day. You were here.
Yeah.
You saw endorsing Jonathan. The National Assembly endorsing Jonathan. The caucus of the party, all these things endorsing Jonathan. And at the end of they did a polls, I was told, and that the polls told them that if they held the election that day, Jonathan was going to lose. In spite of all this, so they had to now shift the election by 6 weeks, I think. So, and then the matrix didn't change after 6 weeks. So these ones, they are just in the form of Jonathans. But the difference is that the Jonathan one came maybe about 1 year or so before the election. But President Tinubu's own, he started from the blow of the whistle. Usually, it is the opposition that wants to remove incumbent that starts early. But when you see incumbent starting early like this, the incumbent is frightened.
Well,
it's a sign of fright.
I mean, some would argue against that because he is not actually starting campaign.
So guys, it is becoming clearer that the Nigerian system is not really working, honestly. Recently, the naval chief came out to say that we have to go spiritual. I don't know what he means by that, going spiritual. Should it be that we should pray to God, or is it to an idol? For him to come out and say that we need to go spiritual in fighting insecurity means that the naval chief is just trying to say that they have surrendered. It means we can no longer fight this fight. You want to go spiritual. This is a combatant fight. Now you want to go spiritual. And who are those to do this spiritual work for you? So guys, it all boils down to, allowing insecurity to groom. We know that the government and the people in charge, they allow these things. When Boko Haram started, some people say don't clamp down on them. Some people say touching Boko Haram, attack on Boko Haram is attack on them. Some people call them freedom fighters. They call them all kinds of names, embracing them, and today they've turned into a monster. Recently, the Nigerian CDS or the Nigerian military came out to say, asking Boko Haram members to surrender, meaning we don't want to fight again, please come and surrender. Also, we saw the Air Force asking criminals and other bandits to come and surrender, meaning we can no longer fight this fight. And now again, a naval chief is calling for a spiritual means to fight insecurity. Nigerians, this all points to one thing, that they don't want this fight again. They are tired of fighting. Don't you think the enemy is going to be taking advantage of this kind of information? When you see that security heads are already saying that we don't want to fight again, that means they are already telling you that, see, you have weakened us. We are no longer interested in this fight. So it means that is going to embolden these guys, and they might decide to pay defiant ears to what is happening. So I don't know what you make of all this, and I don't also know what you think about the Tinubu's government that has not achieved anything but want to come back again 2027. Tinubu is not riding on his performances, he's riding on him gagging other politicians to join the APC. So this is really so sad. In case you don't know, Fubara is set and ready to join the APC to resolve his problem. Now Fubara is now finally joining the APC after joining heads together, causing collisions everywhere. Also, the governor of Akwa Ibom State was heads telling his commissioners and those in his executive that if they don't defect with him, they should be ready to quit their position. That's to tell you that Tinubu is ready to ruin democracy so that he can lead Nigeria forever. So guys, I don't know what you make of all this. There is no democracy in this country. I mean, there is nothing like democracy. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.